Hi everyone, welcome back to my Cook at Home series with Tonya here at Cooking on the Bay. Today we're cooking eggs. We're going to do a baked egg dish, which is pretty straightforward and simple, and we're going to do an omelette, and an omelette is also a very simple dish. They're both lovely for breakfast or for lunch, and they're quick, and more than likely you have all the ingredients that you need in your kitchen and your pantry already. We're going to start with the baked eggs. Now with the baked eggs, I've got the little ramekins with butter heating up in the oven, and you can hear the little sizzle there in the baked eggs. I started with just a little bit of butter like that, and so we have the baked eggs, and all we're going to do is to break an egg into each one, add a little bit of cream around the outside, then we're going to add some grated cheese. I've got a mixture here of Parmigiano Reggiano and some cheddar. So we'll start off by adding our eggs to the nice hot little ramekins. There we go. Always a good idea to break them into a little jug before you put them into whatever you're cooking them in case they're not good, or in case for whatever reason you don't want to have to start the whole thing again. So then we're going to add a little bit of cream around the outside. We don't want the cream to go over the actual yolk, just around the egg white is what we're wanting. Eggs are a great standard staple in the low carbohydrate pantry, and they are something, eggs, cheese and cream are probably something that we all have on hand. And it's a really nice, nutritious dish for you to enjoy. There's a little bit of grated cheese. We'll put that over the top. The Parmigiano is nice and salty, so it adds a little bit of flavour as well as salt, as well as the flavour of the cheese, and it melts on top. We're going to put this in the oven at about 180 for about 12 minutes, just until the egg whites are set and the yolk is still nice and runny. We'll put some salt and pepper. We both are very heavy-handed with pepper in this kitchen at home. And you could put lots of other things there too. You could put a little bit of chives or whatever else you would like, but it's just going to be very simple for us today. So we'll pop that in. There we go. Put the timer on. 12. Right, we're ready to go. Okay, so for the omelette, we're going to use 3 eggs in this pan. This is an omelette pan. You don't need to have a special omelette pan if you don't want to. And if you're not going to make very many omelettes, you can use an ordinary pan like this. It's best if you have one though that's is coated so that it is non-stick. So we're going to firstly chop up, or I have chopped up a little bit of bacon, and I'm going to cook that to start off with. And then the other ingredients that I have here, I've got a little bit of bacon fat in there as well, so that will add some extra flavour. I'm actually going to cook all this bacon because whatever bacon we don't use in the omelette, we'll use as a garnish. And with omelettes, you really don't want to overfill them. They're very easily overfilled because we get a bit enthusiastic about what we want in the way of flavour inside. But really, the most percentage of the dish is omelette and eggs. Just put a little bit of oil in there. So don't overfill them. Any leftover garnishes that you have, fillings that you have, use as a garnish. Now this is going to start spitting at me in a moment. So I'll just turn the heat down a smidgen. So while we're cooking this, you'll see that I've got some finely chopped chives, which did come from my garden. There's not many left, but there's a few, about 2 small spring onions that I've finely chopped. A little bit of tomato concasse here, which I've cut so that I've removed all the seeds. We don't want any seeds and we don't want any membrane. And a little bit of grated cheese that I used before. For the concasse, I thought I'd just show you what I remove. There, I've cut one up already. So if you just get your tomato, and you can see that from there, that's all the seeds and the membrane that I took out of the ones I've already chopped. I'm going to add this to my Napoli sauce that we're going to do this afternoon, later on. And then we just finely chop it. We don't want it very wet. I've left the skins on. I don't mind having the skins on, but you can take the skin off if you wish. So that's our tomato there. And the seeds. Let's just keep on with our bacon. I'll heat up the omelette pan. So you want a nice hot, oh no, I might break the eggs first. I'll break the eggs before I heat the omelette pan. As I said, we're going to have three. Three makes a nice omelette for one hungry person. So, with the eggs, you don't want to over whisk them. You just want to break them up with the fork. So, these eggshells, when I've got snails in the garden, which I don't actually have at the moment, but when I have got some snails, I'll actually break up these eggshells and sprinkle them around my herb garden. Stop the snails from, the snails don't like climbing over them. Deters them a little bit. So then we're just going to whisk these up, just a little. You don't want to be overly vigorous, just whisk it up a little. Okay, so into that we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And you notice that I always break my eggs into a little jug or container outside the dish. I mentioned that before, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So just a bit of salt and pepper. It is a very good habit to get into, because sometimes, particularly when you're separating eggs, you don't want to get to egg white number 6 and find that it breaks into all your other egg whites. It can be a bit of a nuisance. I may just add a little bit more of this butter to this pan. We can always tip it out. And we'll put the heat on. Lovely sizzle, beautiful smell. Bacon. You can see it's finely chopped. Everything's finely chopped because it's quite a small omelette. We'll roll it out and put it on this plate. Bring the plate over here. There we go. Might drain them on a little bit of kitchen towel. There we go. We don't want any excess fat mixing with our egg. So here we go. Not too hot. Oh, you can see the omelette pan here has slightly curved sides. That's to make it easy to slip out. But so we'll just pop a little bit of our ingredients down the middle. Some nice bacon. It is very tempting to overfill these. A few tomatoes. You can add whatever fillings you like, obviously at home. I just think these look particularly pretty, and they're things that we have readily on hand. Put a few chives in there as well, which we'll also put some chives on the outside. And some cheese. And I want to start hurrying up here. Play it around a little bit just to that cheese in the middle. It's nice to have it a little bit soft in the centre. Michael usually likes his a little bit firmer than I do, so I cook his a bit longer. You don't want it too golden on the outside either. You want it to be. There we go. Just let it rest there for a minute or two, and then we're going to slip it. Juggle it around so it's easy for me to slip it out. Just keep on cooking it for a minute. As I said, you would add a little bit. It smells absolutely beautiful. It's a shame you can't smell it, but it looks delicious. So I'll add a little bit of bacon around the outside. It hasn't broken open with all the filling because we haven't got too much filling. A little bit of extra cheese. Cheddar tends to sticks together a bit. Parmigiano is a bit softer. I want separated, it's better. So there we go. Now, if you don't like as much cheese and filling as I do, you obviously don't have to add it. But I think it's nice to have it because as a garnish, because basically I like all the extra bacon is extra protein, extra tomato, chives and spring onion is nice extra vegetables. So there we have it, and I think we'll be almost ready to take our little few chives. So that's a very nice, easy, simple lunch and breakfast for you, and I hope you do enjoy making it because it's a good time now that we're stuck inside to actually perfect your omelette making because they mightn't always be perfect each time, but it doesn't matter. They'll still taste nice. And I'll probably give it a final go over with some pepper. There you go. So there's a nice, would you like to come and have a close look at that, Michael? Can you get it there? Good. So we're just a minute or so off our baked eggs. I'll have a look and see what they look like in the oven. Yummy yum. You are missing out on the lovely aroma of the beautiful egg. Oh, these are looking good. Oh, I think they're pretty well ready. They are beautiful. So have a look at these. How nice is that? And the smell of the cheese and the cream is seriously good. And to serve it, we're just going to pop it on a little plate. Doesn't that look pretty? That actually makes a nice entertaining dish too, really, doesn't it? What about putting a few chives? I always like having chives on the top of things, and those people who come to my cooking classes will know I probably chives is one of my favourite herbs. So that came out just a little bit early. It's okay. And that was just a little bit under 12 minutes. So if you have a look inside, you'll see that the egg white's nice and cooked there. And the yolk, this one will be better, I think. There you go. Nice little runny yolk in there, which is precisely what you're wanting. So you're wanting cooked egg white, some runny cheese and cream. See, the egg white's nicely cooked, and the egg yolk in the middle is soft and runny for you. So there we have it. All about eggs. 2 nice egg dishes for you. So I hope you enjoy cooking these egg dishes at home, and we'll put the recipes up on the website and you can look at them later. So thanks very much, and I'll see you again another time. Bye.